What is going on, girls, guys, and all the forms of life? My name is whatever you want to call me, and welcome to something I'm very excited to review. It's a almost 7-minute video posted by the Dead by Daylights where they decide to sack up and be like, hey, all of you stupid fucking losers out there, this is how it's done. As you can see, it's the Dead by Daylight beginner's guide to escaping as a survivor. Now, as a survivor main, I'm pretty sure I know how to die. I should probably learn how to actually escape for once. Let's take a look. Impress me.
Welcome to Dead by Daylight.
Okay, so it's the same voice that does some of the perk reviews. Or not like the perk reviews, but you know when they do the things where it, like, does the chapter overview, and it's like, these are the new perks for the upcoming Dead by Daylight chapter. This is the same voice actor guy. Okay.
As a survivor within the entity's realm, you must face off in deadly trials against terrifying killers. And while the horrors you brave have many faces, your objective remains the same. Evade the killer.
I thought my objective was to do generators, open the door, and escape. I'll let it slide, though. Evade the killer works.
Escape the trial. Exit gates are your primary means of escape, but
That's not true. You can't open the gates until you do the generators, so technically generators are your means of escape.
you'll need to power them up before they can be opened. Find and repair 5 of the 7 generators located throughout the map
I need to keep my mouth fucking shut.
to direct power to the exit gates. Maps in the entity's realm change each time you play. Neither the survivors nor the killer know what to expect, and will begin each trial on equal footing. To find outdoor generators, keep an eye out for the floodlights that tower above them. When indoors, flickering lights will show you the way.
Alright, now I'll tell you this. Let me go back.
Above them,
No, they say look for the floodlights above the generators. They'll be flashing to let you know that the gen's not done. Well, that's not true, because with the most recent update, even if the generator is completely finished, the floodlights on top of it still flash from the lights are on, the lights are off. And you can only tell that the generator's done if you get really close to it and you hear the thumping of the pistons. So this doesn't work.
or generators, keep an eye out for the floodlights that tower above them. When indoors,
Okay, and I didn't know about this. I didn't know that these little flashing doodads right here told you that there was a generator in there. I knew about the lights. Like, I knew about this. Like, this thing up here in the corner. I knew about that. But I didn't know that this told you anything. I thought that was just a flare for details.
flickering lights will show you the way. To keep you on your toes, skill checks will appear
Skill checks are faster than that.
as you work on generators. Remain vigilant. Failing a skill check will set back your repair progress and alert the killer to your location.
This is true.
Once 5 generators have been repaired, use the switch boxes next to the exit gates to open them. Exit gates take some time to open, so keep your eyes peeled.
Why didn't you just tell us how long it takes to open it? Like, this is a guide on how to escape as survivors. Give us, the survivors, give us the numbers. And it's not a cow's reference.
Should you find yourself as the last survivor standing, and the exit gates have not yet powered, an escape hatch will open somewhere on the map. An open hatch produces an ambient sound. Find it and escape before the killer can close it. Once an exit gate has been opened, or the escape hatch has been closed by the killer, a countdown will begin, culminating in the endgame collapse. Any survivor remaining in the trial when the countdown ends is claimed by the entity. In this deadly game of hide-and-seek, stealth will be critical to your success. That is,
Or just stealth will be critical to your success. Or running the killer so that your team can get all of the generators done. Like, yes, stealth works, but you're not gonna go and hide in the fucking bushes. No, the killer's gonna find at least one of you. So if you're the one found, you're gonna want to go around the map, go through the map tiles, and you're gonna want to loop them excessively, or do whatever it takes to keep the killer distracted, while the other 3 survivors, assuming you're not in like a 2-man or a 1-man, get the rest of the generators done. If you're the first one found, you're not instantly dead. It takes 2 hits to go down. So loop the killer, for fuck's sake. Or just bring perks. Bring perks like Dead Hard, Lithe, something to help you speed up while in a loop chase. Distract the killer. That's... whatever.
Until hiding is no longer an option. When running, survivors leave temporary scratch marks that the killer can follow. Walk or crouch to avoid drawing attention.
No, that's not inherently true. There are perks like Poise, and there are perks like Lightweight, and there are perks like Dance With Me, and there are perks like Lucky Break. Those make your scratch marks disappear quicker, or just make it so they don't spawn at all. So fuck you with your crouch or walk to avoid being seen.
Or hide in one of the many lockers around the map.
Okay, don't do that. Because there's a perk called Iron Maiden that if you get out of it, you'll scream and you'll be exposed for 30 seconds. So just don't go in lockers. Not only is it useless for your teammates, but there's a chance that you might be screwing yourself over in the long run.
Though safety is far from guaranteed.
Okay, that's
when the killer is near you, you'll enter their terror radius.
Yeah, that's the heartbeat.
You'll hear your own heartbeat pounding in your ears more loudly with each approaching step. Most killers move faster than survivors, so running in a straight line will prove futile.
Yeah.
Create separation by vaulting through windows. Drop pallets to block the killer's path. Time it just right to stun them, allowing you to create even more distance.
Well, that's a Deathslinger, so he could have brought, like, Enduring or something, and he could have shot her right after, because she was still running in a straight line. Look at, she stunned him.
Allowing you to create even more distance.
In a straight line. So he could have shot her and pulled her back and made it so that she had, like, the deep wound effect. These developers are idiots, dude.
The longer the chase,
still running in a straight line, I might add,
the more time your allies have to work on generators.
Yeah,
keep the killer distracted for his...
That's what I said! No, you're doubling back on yourself, because first you said stealth is key, and now it's distract the killer so you can do the generators. You're actually double backing on yourself. Idiot.
Long as you can, if you are up for the challenge. Once the killer lands a hit, you will enter the injured state. A trail of blood will mark your path.
You can bring a perk called Lucky Break, which makes it so that your blood trails aren't shown. Or you can bring No Mither, which keeps it so that you're in the injured state the entire game and you make no blood trails.
And you will utter grunts of pain, making...
You can bring Iron Will, you can bring Off the Record, or you can bring... No Mither. Well, No Mither doesn't make you completely silent, but it reduces it by 50.
You easier to track. Get hit again, and you will enter the dying state. Your only options are to crawl away or recover health, making it easier for your allies to help you back on your feet.
That's not true. You can either use Power Struggle, so you can get picked up and use a pallet to save yourself, or you can use Unbreakable and pick yourself up by yourself.
Should they be the ones to find you first. The killer's goal is to sacrifice survivors to the entity by hanging them from hooks. While you're being carried, you can attempt to break free of the killer's grasp. If successful, you'll land on your feet in the injured state. Those unable to break free will find themselves hung from a hook.
I like how they represented those who are unable to break free with a baby Dwight. Nice attention to detail.
There, you will have two options. Wait for an ally to rescue you, or attempt to free yourself. But
Okay, don't do that unless you have either slippery meat, which makes it so that the attempts are less, like, futile, or up the ante so you have a better chance of getting off, or just a luck offering in general, because you only have a base 4% chance of getting off. So don't do that, unless you have almost assurance. Or deliverance, which completely makes it so you can get off, like, no matter what.
But beware, your chances are slim, and every failed attempt to free yourself will bring you closer to an untimely end. Lose enough health while on the hook, or get hooked again after being freed, and you'll enter the second hook stage. You'll have to struggle for survival against the entity itself. If help does not arrive in time, or if you are freed and hooked for a third time, your fate will be sealed.
Alright, if you're hooked for a third time, that is called dead on hook. Or, let me explain it better. If you are unhooked in the second hook stage, then you are considered dead on hook. And dead on hook is short for dead next time you are hooked, or dead on next hook. But people just say dead on hook because you don't need to use long phrases. Talking for too long can just bother certain people. So dead on hook. If you're found again, and you have two of those little scratch mark things next to your name that, like, show I've been hooked twice, you're either moriable, or the killer can hook you, and you're dead on hook. I was trying to think of better words there, but all I could think of was... Shut up. Okay. Working together.
With an unhinged killer hot on your heels, self-preservation is key. But to have the best chance at escape, you'll need to work as a team and risk your own safety to help allies.
Right, because the killer is just gonna run at you without looking up or down while carrying a survivor.
Lies in need, especially if you want the favor returned. Look for other survivors fixing generators and assist them to speed up the process.
Actually, if you work on a generator with somebody, it reduces both of your repair speeds to 80. Yes, it's 80 plus 80, which... Do the math here. Alright, so 100% is the base repair speed of a singular survivor. Now, if you work with two... Okay, so one survivor equals 100% repair speed. Working with another survivor is subtracted by... Okay, so 190, 80. So, minus 20, so 1. So, 2 is 100 minus 20 times 2 for both of you. Leaving 80% repair speed for you, and 80% repair speed for your teammate. So you repair 60% faster, while reducing both of your individual repair speeds. Which is why, instead of the repair bar being yellow, which would let you know that you're doing your action faster, your repair bar is red because it reduces your repair by 40%.
Rescue downed or hooked allies when the opportunity presents itself.
Don't do it if they say in the beginning game chat, I'm bringing deliverance, I'm bringing slippery meat, I'm bringing up the ante. If somebody says don't unhook them, or they like say, hey, I'm doing a thing, please don't unhook me until... Listen to them, for fuck's sake, because if you don't, that's a perk slot wasted for your teammate, and it's greed on your side for the points you'll get. And it just makes
Cleanse totems found around the map to remove advantages for the killer.
That's not adherently true either. You can break a perk like Haunted Grounds, which makes every survivor on the team fucking... Shit, I need a tissue. It can make every survivor on the team, exposed for 60 seconds. Or you can break a perk like Hex Retribution, and when they break that, the killer can see everybody's aura for 10 seconds map-wide. So don't break it unless you know that it's something like Hex Ruin, Hex Devour Hope. But if you're not sure, leave it for the time being until you can prove otherwise.
Use items like flashlights and toolboxes found in chests or...
Be careful when it comes to chests or items, because there is a killer perk in the game that is called Hoarder. And every time you either interact with a chest or an item on the ground, the killer will gain a notification of where that interaction took place. And also, be careful about bringing good items if every other survivor on your team has an item, because there is a killer perk called Franklin's Demise, which will make you drop your items, and it'll start to lose all of your charges. So the way I recommend it is only bring a very good item if nobody else has an item. Now, if you want me to go in more in depth on chests, I'll give you this other tidbit information. If the killer brings Franklin's Demise, and you have a White Ward, which saves your item on death, it will not save your item, because, well, the killer will have hit you with his chainsaw or his basic attack, causing you to drop your item, making you not have your item in your hand anymore. So you're on the hook and you're dying, but you don't have the item in your hand. The White Ward or the Black Ward or whatever will not activate because you don't have the item while you're dying. It's on the ground, making it easily accessible for anybody else to come and get. So, if you're doing a custom game with your friends, and you know that they're going to be bringing, Franklin's, then maybe bring, perks that simulate the items, like self-care in place of a med kit. And if you're so damn, like, I need an item, like a toolbox or whatever, then bring Built to Last, because once your item runs out of charges, you can refill it. But be careful, because most killers like to run Hoarder with Franklin's, because you can tell when survivors pick up the item that you knocked out of their hands. Blah, 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 blah.
or equipped before trials to stun or sabotage the killer.
What do you mean stun? There's no item... Wait, unless they said perks. Hang on, let me go back.
The killer. Use items like flashlights and toolboxes found in chests or equipped before trials to stun or sabotage the killer.
You can't stun the killer with an item. That's not how this works. Yes, you can use the flashlights to blind the killers, but you can't stun them with it. I mean, yes, if you get a killer grasp escape with a flashlight, then it will stun them. But that's not the stun from the flashlight. That's the stun from the survivor getting off of their shoulder so that the survivor has, like, a couple of seconds to vault through a window or drop a pallet to get away. It has nothing to do with the item. It has to do with what the item did. Shut up and stun
For the greater good.
For the greater good.
Heal injured survivor.
What the fuck?
Sabotage the killer. For the greater good.
Why did he walk to the hook that he already knew was broken? Why did he stand there? That killer's an idiot, because now the survivor has more wiggle time. Stupid. Idiot trash garbage.
Heal injured survivors to better your chances of escape.
There are perks like Nurse's Calling and Deathbound, which if you heal the survivor with outside of a certain meter range of the killer, then the person who did the healing will scream, revealing their location. Or a Nurse's Calling, which will show both you, the one healing, and the other person who's being healed, their aura, so they can just fucking go over there. So be careful. If they're bringing both perks, then pretty much healing is futile and you're screwed. But if they have Thanatophobia, then you're going to want to heal. Regardless. But be careful. Assess the situation before you heal. That's what they should have said. Before you heal, assess the situation to see if this is a safe location to heal. Dude, I could probably make a better video than this.
The fewer survivors left alive, the easier it becomes for the killer to finish the job.
That's not true either, because there's the hatch mechanic. And then there's perks like Wake Up. Like, there are two perks that would be good for guaranteeing an escape. There's Wake Up, which lets you see the aura of the exit gate levers across the map. and lets you open the gates 15% faster. So that's pretty much a free exit gate. And then there's the perk fucking Left Behind, which lets you see the aura of the hatch map wide within a 24-meter radius, or 32. I'm not sure. But it's easier to escape for the survivor who is the only survivor left if you have end-game perks. There's, like, adrenaline for if the killer shuts the hatch, you gain a health state and get a speed boost. There's Wake Up for the gates, there's Spine Chill for the gates and information. There's a lot you can do, and the developers don't seem to be taking particular playstyles into consideration.
The entity's realm is a deadly place. Learn these basics, and take one step closer to mastering the art of escape and survival in Dead by Daylight. Survival.
That killer's already lost. That killer's already lost. Like, why doesn't he's not gonna get them. Like, look
In
how close
Dead
like,
by
you can
Daylight.
do a lunge attack and hit them, but they're not gonna die. Like, he's spraying, like, there's two of them. One of them's gonna take a hit. Okay, I'll be real with you. These tips were pretty bad. I could probably make a better video than this, all things considered. Just listening to their blather, no, that's stupid. Half of it was bad. Half of their visuals they used were just poor examples. They should have done better. When was this uploaded? Today. It's just not very good guide. If you want a good guide, I'll link a good guide in the description, because Demi Plays did a good guide for ranking up. And I recommend that one over this guide heavily. I'll link it in the description. If you guys want a good guide, go watch Demi Plays. And look out in the future, because maybe I'll make my own guide to how to be good at this game. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. These developers suck. Peace!